Hey guys, this is an old joke I just came up with. How do you explain carrying a machete? You can just say, "Officer, my scimitar was illegal." Stupid joke, but that's about the most best explanation you can have for carrying a machete outside of a farm area. Machete is in the long line of weapons tools. If you look at quite a few of the martial arts bladed instruments beyond the swords, etc. The swords and daggers, we know what those are for. But a lot of the chained blades, etc., were versions of former farm implements, and that's basically what you get when you look at a machete. You've basically got a farm implement that has double duties in extreme situations. This is a Gerber, and I measured this thing at 17 inches. So it is not a tiny blade. It is relatively well balanced. It's not a high quality instrument. I don't know, it's pretty good quality. It's got a composite or rubber composite handle. The sheath has something to be desired, but it would be functional. It has a belt loop. Like I said, unless you're on a farm, you're not going to have a reason to carry this on your belt, because that is approximately 2.8 times longer than the legal blades you can carry in my area. So it's not exactly something you're going to be packing to the grocery store. But as something you keep in your car or RV or van or anything, it is not a bad little implement to have. It does have uses beyond its more martial uses. It can actually be used for its function to clean brush, clean weeds, etc. So it does have a value especially if you're into gardening, or if you just have a little area you want to clear. It's not a huge machete, so I don't know how great it would be for that. And let's face it, the majority of these machete manufacturers are just trying to create somewhat legal swords. And that's basically what this is. It is not very sharp, so you would want to sharpen it, but remember, if you're handling this just by virtue of momentum, it can really do you some major, if not permanent, damage. But it's a nice little thing to have if you're in a situation where you're in a hotel room, you're in an apartment, or there's some reason you need some quick and scary self-defense. This would be a nice thing to have. Like I said, it could be a wall hanger, hang on your bedstead, and something you can reach up and grab. So I'm basically telling you the truth about this, so you know that the machete is not often used, and the machete sales are probably 80% more than they should be if they did have a practical use, other than for a more somewhat martial arts type of situation. It does have a little cord on it, so you can stick your wrist through here, so you won't lose it if you're swinging it. But sometimes losing it might be the best thing, because you don't want this thing coming back hitting you in the thigh, in the leg, or anything along those lines. Thought I'd just give a quick look at this. This is probably the most extreme blade I've shown you. I've shown you some large knives, but I think this is the second machete I've shown you. The other was more of a fantasy type machete, didn't have real practical application other than defense. This one is more along a classic machete look, and I always make that scimitar joke because the scimitar has a very similar form, but it does sort of loop back. So a scimitar is actually an Eastern weapon, so it's a bent or U-shaped blade to some degree. In case I want to give you a quick look at the Gerber Machete, 17 inches, and a saw on this end. I guess the saw could be useful. It doesn't feel very sharp either, so you probably want to sharpen it before you actually took it out in a survival or a outdoors type situation. Give you a quick look at that, and that's all I've got for today. I'm catching up on some of my reviews. Life has been a little crazy, but trying to get it back under control. I will talk to you later, and you have a wonderful day.